Hello friends, welcome to my new video about the review of iPhone 11. Yes, you heard it right, iPhone 11. Not the iPhone 11 Pro, but the iPhone 11. It's this one. So as they say, here we go. Okay, so let's take a look at the iPhone 11. How does it look? How does it feel? And what are the features of the new phone? It comes in this new box, as you can see, with the square cutout that this is an indication it's an iPhone 11. It's not an iPhone 11 Pro because then it would have the third lens picture on this. So let's see what's inside. Okay, here is the device. We'll come to that later. It comes with the usual, I think, the paperwork in terms of, yeah, the SIM cutout was, I think this is the thing, the iPhone stickers which nobody uses anymore, the user manual. Then this is the SIM ejector tool. This is the earphones. Let's see. Okay, they come in with the lightning connector or so. Then it comes with the power cable, lightning adapter or lightning. Then the usual, I guess, the power brick. So here is the device. Okay, so by the look of it, you cannot differentiate between this and other iPhones. The giveaway is, in terms of the hardware, is this one. Okay, so this is the square cutout which gives an indication that it is an iPhone 11. It's not an iPhone 11 Pro, as this looks like it doesn't have the third lens in here. It has these two big lenses, and with the new flash, which is a bigger flash, we'll come to that part later. Let me switch this on. So while it switches on, what I'm going to do is bring another phone so that we can have a comparison about in terms of the size difference, what it is, or in terms of the hardware specs, what it is. So let me adjust the camera a bit. So let me see if I can. So that's it's not going to kind of detect my Face ID because it was shut down. So let me just unlock this phone. Here it is. Let me grab another phone here. So this is an iPhone X. Okay, this is iPhone 11. Okay, as you can see, not much of a difference in terms of the way these phones are made, as in the shape and size. Of course, this is a wider phone and a longer display. The display kind of gives it away. The same notch, so not such a big deal if I keep them side by side. The giveaway is the hardware part at the back. If I turn the phone around, so this is where the difference lies. If you see here, in terms of the lens. Okay, iPhone X, this is the lens, the two lenses, and this is the flash. 11, two big lenses, the flash. If I keep them side by side, you will be able to make the difference in terms of the size of the flash. Okay, so let me see. You see, there isn't any kind of major difference, you would say, but in terms of a phone or an iPhone, this is a huge difference in terms of size of the flash, because this is where things going to come into play in terms of pictures in at night. Okay, pictures at night. So let me just adjust the camera a bit, so that we can be in focus in terms of these two phones. So yeah, and what we were saying is, this flash is where the night pictures or videos would make the difference in terms of this bigger flash. Okay, so let me keep this aside. Let me unlock this iPhone. Okay, there's not much of a difference in terms of software. The iPhone X and the iPhone 11, they both run with iOS 13.01 beta, I believe. One of the major changes in terms of the software is the Swype keyboard, okay, which has been there in Android platforms for God knows how long, but it is now in iOS as well, and thank heavens for that. Is that what I mean is, let me show you if I can just type something and show you a message how the Swype keyboard works. It's for Android users, it's a familiar thing. So if you see it, it follows this. So I'm going to just type gibberish here, but you get the point. So yeah, so that's one of the things that has come into iOS. But that's not a difference between iPhone 11 and iPhone 10, because it's a software update. It's a feature of the iOS version, so it's there in both phones. So then why iPhone 11? So let me get this iPhone X out of the way. Okay, so now the thing that people would get into iPhone 11 is because of this, because of the camera, because of this one. Okay, so one of these lenses, there are two lenses. One is your normal lens, and one is your wide lens, ultra wide lens, as they say. So that's a major point in terms of taking photographs and videos. What I mean is, let me show you if I can provide a subject. Say this one, and I will take a photograph of this subject with an iPhone X. Okay, and let me take a photograph. So this is an iPhone X, just to be sure. Yeah, iPhone X. Okay, so I'm going to take a photograph of this with an iPhone X. I'm going to keep it aside. And now I'm going to take a photograph of the subject, same subject, with an iPhone 11. Just to be sure, I'm using the iPhone 11. So I'm going to go here, keep the camera at the same place, and just click the photograph. Now you see here, if you notice, here you have a marker called 1x. So that lets you move between the normal lens and the wide lens. So let's say I've just taken a photograph with a normal lens. So I'm going to click here and see it just goes to super wide, ultra wide, and I'm going to take a photograph of this. So now if you want to see the photograph, so this is your photograph of an ultra wide lens, and this is, let me go here. So this is a photograph taken with an iPhone 11. This is a photograph taken with iPhone 10. Okay, so let me put that in focus so that you're able to see here. Okay, so if you see, there is not much of a difference, but the iPhone 11 is more like a more true tone. Basically, the photograph on the iPhone 10 has reflections of the light above the subject. Over here you can see, but iPhone 11, that's not the case. Okay, and it's more clear in terms of the picture popping up. It's more bright in terms of the color, but not the reflection. But if you see the difference now, if I go to the ultra wide picture, see, I've kept the iPhone 11 in the same place where I took the picture from with a normal lens, and see, it has just expanded a wider view in terms of the landscape behind the object. So this is going to be a great feature in terms of taking photographs of landscape outdoors, okay, and specifically videos as well. So I've shot a couple of places in terms of photos and videos where I have stood at the same place and taken the photograph with the iPhone X and with the iPhone 11 and with a normal lens and so super wide or ultra wide lens, and you see the difference with pictures popping up here, where you can have an amazing extra field of view as to how much it can cover. So that's an important part. One more important thing in terms of iPhone 11 is your camera or camera usage in low light conditions. That is. So I noticed a stark difference between these two phones where I'm shooting a subject in low light, and the iPhone 11 really wins in that case, this one basically. So I had the same subject in low light condition indoors and outdoors both, and I would take a photograph with the iPhone X. I'll take the same photograph with the same light conditions with iPhone 11, but the iPhone 11 photograph looked like it had some software features in the camera which would help me brighten the subject or the light around the subject. I guess Google Pixel had this thing called, I don't remember the correct model, but they had this feature called in night sight or something like that, where you take a picture in very low light conditions at night, and you'll feel as if there has been some kind of background lighting being provided on the subject whom you are taking a picture of, taking a video of. So same case happens with 11, and it is amazing. I have sample pictures and photographs of night that you can take a look. Would you want to upgrade between if you're having an iPhone X? I would say hold on to it, because wait for the next iteration of iPhone, which is iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro, because that's going to be even more better in terms of the camera features and other things. This hardware iteration in terms of this camera cutout, which is square in place of this long cutout of iPhone X, is probably the biggest iteration in terms of hardware, apart next to this notch that came out on iPhone X. So I believe this, since this is the first iteration, so let's hold on to it. There would be definitely more improvements in the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro camera as well if you're looking for it. So that's it. That's my review of iPhone 11. I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, hit the like button, share and subscribe, and hope to see you soon again. Thank you. Bye.